You're welcome to the interview section.
Thank you, sir.
Um, can I know your name and where you're from?
My name is Abola Peloa. I'm a student of University of Ilorin, Faculty of Agriculture, Department of Agri Extension and Rural Development.
Okay. I'd like to ask you some questions, basically three questions.
Okay,
And I'll
sir.
be very glad if you can answer the questions.
Okay, sir.
So the first question here is that what was the most interesting thing you learned or observed during the trip?
During the trip, my trip here, the most interesting thing I learned is about the black soldier flies and the cricket as an alternative source of protein to make feed for animals. That's the most interesting
Okay. Thank you. Another question. The second question is how did the trip align with your agricultural coursework?
My course code is farm management. Anybody can be a farm manager. And the study agri, you can be a farm manager at anywhere. And they need consultation. They need your knowledge. You have about so knowledge I gain from here now. If I'm a farm manager and I'm in a farm, I can actually tell them that there's an alternative source of protein instead of using the normal other source of protein that are competitive in the market. So you can just convert it to something like this. This is cheaper and is readily available.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
The last question is that what were your expectations before the field trip to Yesha-Yahu Nigeria Ltd?
Yes, I've never heard of this organization before. I don't know what is there. But when I came here today, I was so glad. I was happy. I learned more. I have more experience. And it really makes me to want to go into animal farming. So it's really impressive. I'm glad.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Really appreciate
Thank you.
your response.
You're welcome,
So,
sir.
good day to you. You're welcome to the interview session. So, I'd like to ask you your name. I'd like to know your name and where you're from.
My name is Nasruddin Ahmed Aremu from the University of Ilorin, Department of Crop Protection.
So, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I'd like to ask you some questions, basically three questions. So, the first question, I will be very glad if you can answer the questions. So, the first question is would you consider working in a similar farm or agricultural setting in the future?
Yes. I'm the kind of person that is interested in agriculture before, but more focused on the aspect of normal farming. But what I saw here today made me more interested in fish farming because the way you breed your fish from the fingerlings to the juveniles to the adult stage really interested me a lot.
Thank you very much for answering that question. And number two question is that what recommendations would you give to Yesha-Yahu Nigeria Ltd to improve their farm management practices?
I wouldn't say I have any recommendation because what I've seen here today, I'm very amazed. Like I've never seen this kind of settings before. Like I've never. I'm very very wow.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Then another question is that how does Yesha-Yahu Nigeria Ltd contribute to the agricultural sector in Nigeria?
This they has really done a great work for setting this kind of things up. Like they are doing a lot of researches, which I've never seen some before. Like their feed, the feed of the fingerlings dissolving to ammonia, which affects them. To you developing that kind of the what do you call it? The biological filter to turn the ammonia to nitrite. Like they have really done a lot for agricultural settings. Like they have really done a great work of work.
Thank you very much for your attention.
You're welcome, sir.
Good day to you. You're welcome to the interview section. Can I know your name and where you're from?
My name is Taiwo from University of Ilorin, Faculty of Agriculture, Department of Agricultural Science.
Thank you very much. I would like to ask you some questions, basically three questions.
All right.
And I'll be very glad if you can answer the questions. So the first question is that were there any notable differences between the farm's practices and what you've seen in other farms?
I see here they are very serious about the farming practices and they are very diligent with it. The staffs are very friendly and the farm scale is very large here compared to other places that I've seen. And there are some kind of scientific innovations that I've never heard of that happened here.
Okay. Thank you very much. And the second question here is that can you describe a particular memorable experience or interaction during the trip?
Yeah. I love when we went to the cricket because the idea of using black what's the name again? The black soldier fly.
Black
I
soldier
love
fly.
black soldier fly. I love the innovation of using the lava as feed for animals instead of using fish meal that animals and humans are very very competitive towards. So I love the innovative idea.
Wow, thank you. So another question here, the last question is, how do you think the agricultural industry can address the challenges you observed during the trip?
The cricket farming, I will like the agricultural institutes to create more awareness to students about the cricket farming because most of us have never heard of it before. We don't even know the alternative exists. I would like it to be more outreach for us students and the importance of it.
Okay, thank you very much. Good day to you. Can I know your name and where you are from?
My name is from University of Ilorin, Department of Animal Production.
Okay. You're welcome to the interview section. So I would like to ask you three questions.
Okay.
So and I'll be very glad if you can answer the questions.
All right.
So the first question is, what challenges or limitations did you observe in the farm's operation?
The challenge is, let me say there is little or no challenges on the farm. Just that I noticed around at the processing unit. I think they said there is this manual process of for slaughtering the animals. I feel like maybe there should be something automatic rather than manual. I think that's just the limitation. Every other thing is fine.
Okay. Thank you. Then can you describe, the second question is that, can you describe the farm management practices you saw at Yesha-Yahu Nigeria Ltd?
Farm management practices. Farm management practices. I think there is this fishery, aquaculture, there is poultry, there is rabbitry, the rabbit unit, there is the cricket unit, and the archery and the processing unit.
Okay. So the third question is that, how do you think the trip will impact your future career in agriculture?
So far, I think this is our final year, like 500 level, and so far we've been dealing with theoretical aspect of agriculture, and we had our final level as the practical year. This is just more like having a look or what it's all about. The fishery units, the rabbitry, cricket unit. This is everything we learned in our final level, and this is just like giving experience about what it's all about.
Okay. Thank you very much.